welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about how I managed to pass the ATI proctored exams. So for my program, our final exams are the ATI proctored exams. I'm just going to talk about how I managed to pass them. I did get level 2s, but they were high level 2s. So I'm just going to share what I did. So the test I needed the most, like not the highest, but a certain percentage. Because my school does curve it, but that's the only thing they curve. They don't curve anything else, sadly. But I mean, I guess it's fair because ATI is a little bit harder than our textbooks. So for Med-Surg, that was the one I really needed to pass because I did fail the first exam of the semester and then I failed the third exam. But even when I went to the gym, I would watch, well, not watch, because depending what I was doing, like if I was on like the treadmill or something, like I could watch it. But if I was doing like a regular like weightlifting exercise, I wouldn't be able to watch it. So I would listen to it. So I would listen to, I have nursing.com. I have a subscription with them. Nursing.com and then Simply Nursing. I don't have an account with them, but they have a lot of YouTube videos. It's not the full thing. A lot of their videos cut off, but that's fine. I get it. But I would watch those too. Listen to those. Either while I'm driving, while I'm at the gym. Watching Level Up RN, Simply Nursing, and then nursing.com really helped me. Content-wise. And then for actual ATI, what my school does is we have to do the practice assessment A and B for all the classes just to see like where we are and then how well we would do on the actual proctored exam. So I would like average my 2 scores because there was only A and B to get a feel for how I was doing. And then ATI also shows you the areas that you're not really, well, it shows you all the areas that you're either doing good in or you're doing bad in. So they give you like, oh, there was 15 questions about patient safety and you only got 4 of them right. Don't do that. And then if you click improve, I can show you how to do this on the computer. But if you click improve, it'll show you like all the things that you didn't do so good on. So we would have to do like summary points on the things we got wrong. So I feel like that kind of helped if you do it like the right way. And then another thing I did was the practice questions. So ATI has quizzes, like they have pre-made quizzes. So I did the quizzes, not in the learning system. I can show you how to get to that too, but just the regular quizzes. So if you go on ATI, you go on apply, and then you go on quizzes or quiz bank, or I forget what they call it. Quiz system 3.0. I don't know off the top of my head, but I will show you. I go on there and not clicking on anything else. Like once that module pops open, scroll down to whatever class. So I did the community health, pharmacology, and I did Med-Surg. I did every single one of the Med-Surges. I believe there was 10. So I did all of those. And for Med-Surg, because this is, again, the one I needed the most, I made sticky notes. So every time I got a question wrong and like I didn't understand the question, I took notes from it. So basically, I would just take notes. I don't even know how many sticky notes these are. I do have some med math in here. But if I didn't like understand this, like I ain't never heard of this ever in my life, I took notes on it. So that's another way you can study it for ATI. So I took notes on the stuff I got wrong. I also did do almost every single practice question that ATI has for Med-Surg. I think I left like 3 systems B. So what I did was I took all the quizzes, all of them. And then depending on my score, like I wrote all of them out. And then I like, okay, like I got a 70 on this. I got a 25 on this. Whatever. But basically I kept track of what my score was. I mean, you can also see it on ATI. But I kept track of my scores, and then the subjects I didn't do so well on, I went in the actual ATI book. So for MedSurg, that big giant purple book, if you buy them or if your school gives them to you, it's the big giant purple book. And I would find the corresponding chapters and just read through that. Like if I did like super poor, like less than 50. So that's what I did for MedSurg. So for pharmacology and community health, I just did the practice questions, so like the practice assessment, A and B, and then the practice quizzes. Kind of like MedSurg, but I didn't go into the extent of like taking notes. And then I also used what is her name? Shop with Key. Yes, Shop with Key on Etsy. I can link her store below, but I used her notes as well for ATI. Her notes are basically from the practice assessments. That's what I've noticed while going through. So I was reading her notes and making my own notes for MedSurg. But then she has them for literally every class and all of them. So I used those as well. The community health one was not helpful, at least for me. I'm not allowed to talk about the questions on ATI. We can't memorize them or whatever. But I feel like her study guide, I don't know, the ATI for community health was just so random. It was, I don't know, I feel like it was like fundamentals and health assessment all over again. Like it was very like vague, not vague, but like, oh my god, I learned this literally almost a year ago. I mean, for me personally, I felt like community health was common sense to me. That's why, well, that wasn't my highest score. I got an 80. It was pharmacology. I don't know how I got an 81.7. I didn't feel that good when I took it. But community health, I just did the practice assessments, A and B, and then the practice quizzes. I was able to do that more quickly because community health doesn't have that many questions. I believe the exam had 60, but only 50 counted. And then pharmacology had 70, but 60 counted. And then MedSurg had 100 and only 90 counted. Pharmacology, I used the study guide. I used practice assessment A and B. I don't think I did the practice quizzes, but I feel like if you continuously practice the questions, you'll get used to how ATI is asking the questions. So then you're like, okay, you kind of learn the method to the madness for sure.
Alright, so here I'm on ATI and I'm showing you how to access the practice quizzes. So you'll go on my ATI and then you'll click test. And then on test, you'll scroll down to find the Learning System RN 3.0 Quiz Bank. And then this is what I was talking about. So the standard quizzes are like their pre-made quizzes that are already like in ATI. So as you can see, it has literally every single class, and MedSurg literally has so many. Like I took them all. And then I did not take pharmacology. And then here, this takes you to the learning system where you can make your own tests. And they did update this, I want to say the 14th. No, it was like Wednesday. So the 16th. Sometime during the week of my finals, they updated this. So this looks completely new to me. But basically, prior to them updating this, it had like the number of questions you had left. So I'm over here trying to figure out how many questions I did, but as you can see here, you can make your own quiz. but I don't know how I feel about this new ATI format. But this is pretty much the learning system. You can make a quiz, start a quick quiz. I've never tried that. But I just did the custom quizzes, so I would do whatever topic that you just saw. So like med surg, renal. As you see here again. So I did all of them except for a few. Dang, that's a lot of questions on ATI. But yes, this is the new learning system for ATI.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.